welcome to Business Today Television. I'm Karishma Sudani, and joining me today is to discuss on the CEO Energy Outlook by KPMG. Joining me is Mr. Yezdi Nagporewalla. Thank you very much for joining us on this conversation on Business Today Television, Yezdi. I'm going to start off by asking you, give us few insights of this CEO Outlook for 2024 on energy, natural resources and chemicals.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Karishma, for having me. At a very, very high level, we have actually not at a high level. We conducted the survey, the CEO survey, with specific inputs for the energy sector. Within the sector inputs, we realized that amongst all the turbulence, CEOs are still confident of the global economic growth. Almost 78% of CEOs are confident of the global economic growth. Equal number, actually, more than 80% are confident of their own company's growth. And this is in spite of all the turbulence that you see across the world.
Okay. You're talking about 78% of CEOs confident, but you also do mention a bit about the turbulence, which I'd like to talk about. The report mentions of some geopolitical concerns that have existed in 2024. Now, energy, as you know, is a sector that kind of binds the global economy, and it plays a very important catalyst in GDP numbers of various countries. Have you seen some challenges in 2024 in your analysis?
Not tangible challenges, but a huge number of respondents have highlighted and they have touched upon trade regulations. They have touched upon geopolitics and the political challenges as a significant dimension they'd like to watch out for. I must say things have moved since the survey as well.
Yeah.
So the current scenario will be very different from our survey period.
The current scenario could be better?
No.
Okay.
There are developments, including in the Middle East, which will have an impact. And we'll have to see how that pans out.
Okay, fair enough. The report interestingly also talks about AI and knowing the fact that how globally countries are looking to adapt AI for their workforce. So there have also been few precautionary pressures. How do you see AI shaping up?
So AI, I would say, is one of the contributors to the confidence level of CEOs. More than 50% are investing year on year on AI. And we're now seeing a trend of almost 2/3 of the CEOs that we interviewed also now talking about a return on investment from that AI, on the investments they make in AI. And that return could be anywhere between 5 and 10%.
Oh, it's a 5 and 10% return. That's quite a good return to start off with.
That's what's coming out. So I would say that's a key difference between last year and this year. It's also highlighting the fact that AI is instilling confidence in a lot of CEOs based on the investments they are making and the results they see out of it.
Okay. Very interesting. I'm also going to talk to you a bit about the existing challenges with regulatory policies. Now, since we're talking about energy, natural resources and chemicals, do you see a major gap between the push for sustainability and the regulatory pressure?
So that's a constant. You're not gonna do away with that permanently. Especially in light of, if you take aspects of what happened in COP28, where we need to now triple our renewable source of energy, and we need to double the efficiencies, etc. Those are bold parameters, those are bold, ambitious aspects that we are running after. We will have to change and relook at policies and regulations to achieve that.
Right. Are we on a target on the 2030 goal and the net zero goal that we've been banking upon, especially after the delay and the geopolitical issues that have come up in 2024?
Well, it depends. If you're looking at corporate India, almost all corporates have put out a target of net zero 2030. It's a mixed bag. But largely, I think we should be able to.
We should be able to. And since COP29 is also around the corner now, that's going to be in Azerbaijan in November. We have our continued focus on our deliverables. Am I right, from the India Inc. point of view?
From an India Inc. perspective, yes. People have embraced it. They have definitely started working towards it. And it's not just net zero, it expands into ESG and sustainability also. There is a focus on, there's a renewed focus on disclosure aspects as well. So corporate has embraced it.
Yeah, a big subtle debate that happens usually between CSR and ECG. What are you picking up from your CEO clan?
I'd rather not answer that.
Okay, no problem. Yezdi, tell me a bit about your view of how the economy is shaping for 2024. How do you see GDP growth panning out for the country? It's been fairly, I mean, India Inc. would agree, you would agree that it's been fairly positive for country.
It certainly is. There is a level of confidence, and that confidence does translate into growth. We did lose some momentum because of the elections earlier this year. But otherwise, I think we are on track for 6 to 6.5 of the GDP. Of course, there are lots of variables that go in. A lot of things have to fall right for us to achieve that. But it is achievable for sure.
And we are on track for a $5 trillion economy.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you very much, Yezdi, for speaking with us on Business Today Television. Extremely thankful for your time.
Not a problem at all, Karishma. Thanks very much.
Thank you.